Hello, today I want to show you one of my favorite games for the Commodore Amiga 500. The game is called Spindizzy Worlds by Paul Shirley from 1990. It is the sequel to the original game Spindizzy on the Commodore 64, but is a big improvement, I think. So let me start the game here. My goal for today is I will play the easy difficulty of Spindizzy Worlds to show you the game a little bit and explain it as I go. And as always, I will play without cheats or trainers. Spindizzy Worlds is a game of skill where you control a spinning top across an isometric landscape. And there's a bunch of switches and things you can push, so there are some puzzles too and some skill-based things. So here's the title screen, Spindizzy Worlds. I will start a new game. And here in this wonderful screen, I can select my difficulty level. I will choose the easy one because the hard one, I haven't mastered it yet. And then I get this nice level select screen where I can move these planets around and always select the one closest to the camera. So we'll start with tutorial. The first Spindizzy is known to be brutally hard because it was an open world of hundreds of rooms to explore with your little spinning top. This game is much more packaged. It has these kind of nice little levels that you can select and kind of bite-sized packets if you want. So here I control my little spinning top. I can push the fire button to accelerate, to move faster. And I can push the space button, the space key on the keyboard to abruptly stop. This is what makes the Spindizzy games different than, for example, Marble Madness, which I also love. I love all of these kinds of marble games and gyroscope games. But in Marble Madness, you could not push a button to abruptly stop. This is new here in this game and is really important. Then I can also push the R and T keys on the keyboard to rotate the camera view. You can see that little arrow on the bottom there. That shows me where north is. So this helps sometimes, rotating the camera view helps sometimes to find yourself if you're behind a wall or something or want to see something. On the left and right, you can see my energy, my health, basically. And on the bottom, there's the clue area. Sometimes I get little clues. One thing I want to do now, though, is I want to play this game with my gamepad because then I can map the spacebar to the B button. As a kid, I used to play this game, as we all did back then, with a joystick, holding the joystick and the button and then using one of my fingers, like my little finger or so, to at the same time push the spacebar on the keyboard. It was horrible. So with a modern gamepad, this is much easier. Luckily, the MiSTer FPGA I'm using to play this game allows me to remap here. So I will map the B button, and now I press space to map that onto the space key. And while I'm at it, I will also use the shoulder button, map it to the R key to rotate the camera, other shoulder button, the T key to rotate the camera the other way, and then I will also map the Y button to M to bring up the map. Okay, that's it. Now I'm done. Let me show you the map. When you press M, that sometimes is also important to get an overview. Okay, that all out of the way. Now I have wonderful controls here on my gamepad. Let's go to the first screen. There's already a little puzzle here with these switches. There are these obstacles, and you see the clue says orange round, so that's what I did. If I go in here, it says clue blue, so now I should push the blue switch to remove the second obstacle. Then let's try orange again, and I think that removes all of them. All of the obstacles. I will collect the jewels. They give me extra fuel, extra energy. And then I just zip out of this room and go to the next one. I love the way this game is programmed. The physics are so precise. Notice my little spinning top has just this 1 or 2 pixel contact point with the floor, and that's how the collision detection works. So it's really important. You can move around the worlds in this pixel precise way. Another an improvement from the previous Spindizzy game is the tile sets. So here the tiles have many different looks, like stone, desert. You've already seen some trees and stuff, so there's much more graphical variety. In the original game, everything was just one color or or a few different colors, but always the same tiles. In this room, there are some switches, so I go over them. I have to roll over these switches in just the right direction to activate them. And here I have to collect these jewels. In some levels, you have to collect all the jewels. In some other levels, you don't. You just need to get to the exit. It kind of depends a little bit on the level design. Let's see what the next room is. There was one down here. Aha. Ah yeah, this is some elevators. So I can activate here an elevator, go up here, collect the jewels, push the green switch to activate the green elevator, collect the rest of the jewels. Pressing the B button a lot here to always stop my little spinning top whenever I need it. So now this door opened. I can rotate the camera so you can see the door here. This blue door is now open and I can go to the last room. This is the switched state you need, it says. So here, now we see inclines for the first time. I love this also here, the incline. Okay, if you take some, if you run a little, if you come from afar, you can actually make it up there. But if you go up slow, you will get stuck. And then if now I'm pushing against the incline and I can't get up, can't make it up the incline. But now if I push the accelerate button, then I can make it. Okay, so that's where the accelerate button comes in. It's very important. This flag gives me some kind of invincibility. I can always fall a little bit. Anyways, I can fall like a few tiles, but if I'm falling from too much of a height, then I will die and lose some fuel. Let me rotate the camera back so we can see this elevator better. That was the first level, the first kind of planet there I finished. And now, this is a bonus level where I can collect some of the jewels just to have more to collect reserve fuel. The reserve fuel comes in because sometimes you lose all your regular fuel and then you will get an option to continue with reserve fuel. So it's kind of like tied into the continue system of this game. It kind of preventing you from starting the whole thing from the beginning. So I like to collect as many as I can. Okay. Okay, I finished world number 1. Next world. Another thing I love this select screen. It uses vector balls. It's a really cool effect. Okay. I love the varied level design as well. There are so many ideas in the levels, so... Here I will use the accelerate a lot to make it up these slopes, but at the same time collect the jewels. And now I finished this piece. So you see this is kind of a structure where there's like a different level, a different little room everywhere there. Ah, this is cool too. Here I have to jump over the water by accelerating and making these jumps. I'm so impressed how the designer of this game managed to make this so playable, even though there's no real shadow simulation. You see, I have this little blinking pixel, but nothing really shows me a shadow of myself in this world. But still, it is very clear and easy to understand where you are. Let's not forget there's a jewel here. There we go. This level is almost like Pac-Man. It's like a maze. I love the abstract graphics also. There are these little trees here. or bushes. So I have to collect all the blue pills. I'm pressing accelerate here and then stop at the corners. And there's the teleport. Another one done. So now this is the last one of the 4. Ah yeah, here I can go down this hill, and I think the clue told me that I need a gem, but here actually what I need is the blue pills. This game, the original version of this game is on the Commodore Amiga, but there's also I think an Atari ST version and a Super Nintendo version. They're also pretty good, but they have a little bit different screen layout. I like the layout of the Amiga version the most. Ah. See, I forgot. I fell down, so let's see. I have to go up here, I think. Using the accelerate to go up the slope. Now I have to go up here. Let myself fall down here. Go up here. And that way I can make it to the exit. Collect the last jewel, and I think I finished the second planet. Another bonus level with time limits. The time limit. So I'm going to accelerate here down the path. Okay, second one done. Let's do the next one. Ramp 1. Okay, ramp 1. Oh, here we have now a level. This is also new. This didn't exist in the original Spindizzy. A time limit in a regular level. And sometimes this game, you know, has brutal time limits. So far so good. And still the time limits. Keep going. This stage seems to have 2 paths. One hard path with lots of gems and the easy path. I took the easy path. Okay, I finished it again. Another bonus level. Not too difficult, but not much time. Fine. Next one. Split up. Oh yeah, okay. Ah, here we encounter for the first time the trampolines. These were also in the original Spindizzy. So if I just try to jump here, I don't make it, but these arrows kind of push me onto this tile. So I think I have to go with a little bit of accelerating path, maybe here. Accelerate, did it. I can't jump by myself, so I have to make use of other kind of level structures to jump. I did that one too. And now the final one, I will accelerate up here, stop, and then maybe accelerate somewhere here up this slope. Ah. I fell too far, lost some fuel by losing a life, kind of like, that's my life energy, right? If I fall too far, but I still made it. Here's a little puzzle. I love this with these elevators, so I think I can turn these elevators on. And that's all I have to do. I just turn them on, and then I just use timing, a little bit of timing, to go from one to the next. Let's see what else is in this area. Another elevator puzzle. Okay. So I want to turn all of these on. There we go. Now they're all on. final switch turns this one on. I did it. And I think I can get out. Try this one. Okay, this is a little maze type thing again, but also not too difficult. These switches just change the platforms around. And the exit. One pathway left here. Yeah, wonderful designs here. I have to climb up and then go back down. This mechanic that I can stop my little gyroscope whenever I want is so unique amongst games of this type. And I think it is what enables a lot of these level designs, these advanced level designs. Because otherwise you would have constantly have to fight your own inertia. But here I have precise control. Okay, I did it again, another bonus level. Let's try to collect as many gems as possible to get some more reserve fuel. Okay. I'm getting there. Let's do lava light. Okay, this is a little puzzle where I have to activate these switches. Let's collect the gems also. Activate the switches by going over them. And each one switches the whole set of that color. There's 2 of each. For each color there's 2. So I have to find a path that works. So here I'm activating orange. Now I will deactivate green by going over it in the wrong way, the wrong direction. Activating gray again, which is good. There is a path up there where I can activate green as well. So let's activate green. Let's see what's up here. There's another gem. Okay, let's see. There is something that's not activated. That's not a good sign. Let's see. Okay, orange is... Okay, I will go up the slope. This will activate blue. Now I collect the last few gems here. Deactivate orange and then reactivate orange later. So now I want to go back in such a way that's not the right path, because here I would have to deactivate gray. So I will go that way. You see, orange is the only one that's not activated now. So I have to go find a path. How do I get back to orange? Okay. That was a mistake. It's already getting quite tough. Let's see. Gray. No, I need here. I need blue there. Orange. Okay, now I need to get back to orange. So let's try one more time. I go my Former path. Ah yeah, here. I go here. Yeah. I can deactivate gray, that's fine, as long as I activate orange. Because I'll come back. Go all the way back here. The controls take a little bit of getting used to. Deactivate green. Reactivate gray. And now I can here reactivate green and I should be good. Now all of the colors should be activated. Now the elevator is turned on. Ah, switched on. So now I can make it out of there. Ah. Yeah. Okay, this looks also a little bit tough. I have to use the accelerate button a lot. Oh, there's another one of these flags. Navigating along slopes is, I think, the hardest part of the game. Yeah. Select the last two flags. Ah. No. It's so tough. Okay. It's not an easy game. Okay. Next level. This looks easy enough. I think some of the levels are like Pac-Man, really. The only challenge here is that I can't see myself so well because the walls... Oh, because I'm behind walls sometimes. By the way, I love how precise the occlusion algorithm is working here too. In some games, you notice that you can't really, like the Snake Veteran and Roll I played on this channel too. There, you could tell that the programmers didn't really program a perfect occlusion, so sometimes you were kind of half behind walls, but it didn't look perfectly correct. Here, it is absolutely precise, just like you would expect. You can get completely hidden behind walls. Which, of course, nowadays, that's not a big deal. But back in the day, you know, in the 8-bit and 16-bit era, those were kind of details that even as kids, we would look at that and say, wow, that looks really cool. They really did a good job of simulating, you know, the real perspective here. Oops. Ah, no, that killed the enemy fine. I have so much energy, why not just go through? And that's where they reappear too. Now the door is open. Let me move the camera so we can see the wonderful graphics of the door. It's actually a face. I love it. And here's another bonus level. I messed up there. I fell down too early. I think in this bonus level, there's no way to get back up there. So once you're at the bottom, that's it. But there's still a gem here. Okay, I'll just jump down there because there was no way to get back up. Okay, let's do Gargoyle. Ah yeah, this one, I love this set of levels too. There's these green switches that I need to avoid because they reset everything, and then there's a yellow switch you have to push to open the door. So if I would hit the green switches, the door would close again. I will grab these pills as well. Another door that opens. And here are closed doors, but there's this little area here. So now the clue tells me red. So I will push the red button, which switches on this elevator. I think I can stop it, if I remember right, I can stop it with the blue switch. So I will push that to stop it. And now, okay, so the black switch here would reset everything. So now I can use this elevator that I'm on top to jump with accelerate button pressed. I will jump over this black switch without pushing it. Oh no, I didn't. You see that reset the blue button. Push it again. I didn't do it right, didn't work. Let's try again. Yeah, this time it worked. We could hear. There was no sound, the button wasn't pushed, and now this door is open. So I can go in here, collect these pills. And then here, I have to wait a bit for the door to open, because if I move too fast, then the red buttons will cause it to lower itself again. So I wait a bit. Now it's fully there. I will accelerate. And that's it. More pills I have to collect. I already got kind of a feeling for how much I have to accelerate up these slopes to not overshoot too much. Which is something that comes in this game maybe with a little bit of practice. Collected all the pills, the door is open. Okay, I made it. This is just a bonus level. This one is so tough, because there are slopes here on the corners. And you just kind of slide down. Oh man. Luckily, this is just kind of optional to get some reserve fuel. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, here it is now, the last level of the easy set of levels. Easy Dizzy. And here we go, time limits, enemies, everything together. I don't know how you think about this game, but for me, the time limits are the hardest parts of this game. But the funny thing is, if you practice it a bit, then suddenly you end up finishing with like many seconds left, and you wonder, that's so weird. The time limit destroyed me before, and suddenly I have like 10 seconds left. I love this one too, this level. Here, I have to accelerate just enough down the slope to jump over, but not too far. It's not working, is it? Okay, try again. I can't make it. There, okay. So I have to actually accelerate from the very top. And then I have to push the stop button when I'm actually touching the ground. Otherwise, I just jump into the abyss. There. Now the elevator is activated. And here I start on the slope itself. So I keep pushing against the slope because otherwise I would just kind of fall down. And there's also an enemy there. A button. And here is a really nice part of the level design, I think, because you can't see anything, nothing is there. But if you rotate now the camera, then it should reveal another switch over there. I rotate the camera again, and I see there's a gem, a jewel over there. Where was the jewel? Somewhere in the corner there, there's the jewel. Okay, so you have to, this is one of the levels where you absolutely have to rotate the camera. I will rotate it again, because I think somewhere there's another jewel there. And the exit. Okay, this pyramid, I will rotate the camera so I can see better where I am. So, okay, I see. I have to go along the slope. So I'll go down the slope. Up, stop myself here. You see, I can navigate along the slope to avoid those enemies. Let me rotate the camera. Here again, I will go along the slope by pushing diagonally in a diagonal direction. Same here. Push diagonal, accelerate back up. Let's go to the top. There's that pyramid though, but I can use the slope to avoid it. Accelerating up a little bit. Going down the slope there on the back, grabbing that. And then I will go all the way up here. That's it. I did it. That was the last of the easy levels in Spindizzy Worlds. A nice sequence, and we are back at the beginning. So if you go for the hard levels, there are many more levels there, and of course you can save your game and load your game and so on a separate floppy disk, or here on the MiSTer on a separate ADF file. Okay, I hope you got a good impression of Spindizzy Worlds. It's been really fun to show you this game and play it, and maybe you will try it too, or maybe you know the game from back then or so. Leave a comment at my video here to tell me what you think of this game. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.